I think what are you dealing with is like an advanced amateur level. I think a lower professional level would be, we can steer that to stay on the topic that we want. And I just want to make sure that I'm clear about the difference. Like, so if Lena calls me and has an insight, and I say to Lena, right, like let's say Lena's going to help me connect with, kind of like what you're doing. I'm going to connect with my clients, right, save time, have better connections with the clients, close more, all the stuff. If I'm in the zip, is that in the zip code of what you're able to help them with?
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lena calls me and I say, that's not a problem. Okay, advanced amateur Lena, which she's not, she's been here a lot. Advanced amateur Lena would be, well, real amateur Lena, she was never like this, but real amateur Lena would be like, okay, thanks for your time, right? That's bad. Advanced amateur Lena would be like, well, what are you working on? But see, that's not skillful, because I could say, divorce, or I don't, like, we're just all over the place there, right? Like, my car's broken down, a snake was in the office, I don't know, just making stuff up, right? Like, everybody has stuff that's not germane to what we help, right? Where you could pull them back in when they say, we don't have that problem. And I see my favorite Marine, well, my second favorite Marine, my brother's my favorite Marine. My other brother from another mother, Chris, my other favorite Marine, is on the call right there. Chris could use this. We all could use this. When I say, don't have that problem, don't need it. Oh, man, that's awesome to hear. Hey, just out of curiosity, Rick, where are you at in terms of top-line revenue for the painting business? Where do you want to be? Right? Well, we're at 5 million. We did 5 million. 2023 was an off year, and by off I mean in a good way. We did $7 million in 2023 because everybody had a bunch of stimulus money and everybody was remodeling their houses. It was a crazy year, crazy year. We're doing about 5 right now. Man, I would love to get to that 7. Right now, you just got right back refocused, and you can do that, and not in a passive aggressive way, but in a net outcome statement. Totally get it. Totally understand, and I would say that's one of the biggest reasons why people are coming over to us. Although we do have this on the off chance, I would say it's less than 3% of the home services companies that come to us are, we're in disaster mode, we're in crisis mode, we got to fix this or we're going to go out of business. 97% plus of the companies that come over to us are kind of in that area where you are, right? Had some great years, we're doing well, maybe have done a little bit better in the past, but we've got some big goals and we're kind of tabled, we're kind of flat in terms of resources, right? Hey, I will be here when you want to look at a way where with the existing staff that you have, with the existing setup that you have right now, we can get you from that 5 million you're doing right now and kind of blow right past that 7 million that you did in 23 and put you on a plateau to be more in that 7, 8, 9 million in top line revenue without having to hire additional staff. Fair enough? Now, what did you just do? You were like Rambo. You went in the middle of the night, you put the grease paint on and you just set up a bunch of trip lines, and then I was going to say I'll be back, but that wasn't Rambo. That was the Terminator, I think, right? Whatever, hey, Adrian, that was Rocky, right? I'll be back. You just left the jungle, right? Now I get the fun task of stumbling around, boom, and blowing myself up on all your trip lines. Why? Because I said I don't need it. You're going to agree with me. Totally get it. Hey, just out of curiosity, where are you guys at in terms of top line revenue? Where do you want to be? Right? And by the way, this is jiu-jitsu checkmate, arm around the neck, because if I'm a total jerk and I'm like, none your business. By the way, if you put it just out of curiosity in front of it, they won't say none your business. You can just say, hey, I just want to make sure that I'm clear on one thing here. And I love it that you guys are all set. You're all good. I just want to be really clear on something. Like 97% of the home services businesses that come to us, they're in the all good mode as well. Like, we're typically not the solution for a company that's, you know, hey, we're going to go out of business. If we don't get, we're going to lose our crews. Show your credibility, by the way. Show your credibility. And Rick, you can give me a thumbs up as a painting company. First thing that happens with painting companies is not going out of business. the first thing that happens is their most skillful crews tap out, right? Why do they tap out? It's not enough work for them, right? These guys are like literally the commercial version of Michelangelo, right? These are like the freaking Navy SEALs of painters. They'll come into a project and they're like, masking tape, perfect, everything great, lines are straight, everything's looking great. You don't keep those people doing jobs, they go work for somebody else or start their own company. How are you dealing with that, right? There's a whole nother, I just gave you a whole nother insight you could kick in. But when somebody goes, I'm good, we're great, we're awesome, man, good news. Just out of curiosity, where are you guys at in terms of top line revenue? Where do you want to be? And it's checkmate, it's jujitsu, you've got my back, because if I go, man, I don't have time for this, totally get it. Hey, we will be here when you want to break through whatever high you're at right now in terms of income, because it sounds like you guys are doing great. Whenever you want to do multiples of that without having to hire additional estimators, without having to hire additional front office, and you're able to keep the crews that you have completely occupied and completely doing their jobs and not having to waste time with customer-facing activities, I will be here. We got lightning in a bottle. Fair enough, right? And then now where you're going to put them? You're going to put them in your sustainable pipeline, right? And now you can hit them with another insight. But that's where I wouldn't ever go. It's advanced amateur, but I just wouldn't ever go down, because it's like putting my hand inside a machine that I don't know. I don't want to stick my hand in any holes that I don't know if it's going to get chopped off. And when I say things like, well, what is important to you? It's too open-ended. Like, I want to be in control. I want to be in control of everything. So instead of what is important, good, right? Just out of curiosity, where are you at in terms of top-line revenue? Where do you want to be? Now I'm giving, they just told me they were great. So it's literally like, this is jujitsu. Like, I'm baiting you. Derek does this in striking. He's going to bait you with a jab, hoping you reach back for some Georgia asphalt and swing a right hand at him, because he's just going to slip it and go ding. So I'm good. We're great. Our business is awesome. We don't need any help. That is so good to hear. Just out of curiosity, where are you guys at in terms of top line revenue? Where do you want to be? Man, we did 7 million last year. We're hoping to get to 10. Man, that is great to hear, because and I just want to make sure that I'm clear on something. I just want to leave you with this. 97% of the clients that work with us, they're like you. These are elite level people that are, at a high or close to a high, and they're looking to blow past that without having to bring on a single additional person in terms of front office, in terms of customer facing, in terms of, and they're able to maximize the resources that they have in the front office to where they're keeping, those Navy SEALs that you have right there that are actually executing on the job. We're keeping them happy because we're keeping them busy. Fair enough, right? And now you just boom. And I love that you're taking notes there. I can put the recording up on the live. And again, I don't know if that's the best words. I do know that's the pretty close to the best way of handling that situation, right? Chris, my Marine, can I switch over to Chris now? Julian, are you good?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, not gonna drop. Thank you so much, Matt.
Perfect. Yeah. Chris, can you see how that really, and I know this is not probably your question, but I just want to make sure, Marine, can you see how that exact scenario is perfect for you in co-employment, in you and PEO? Because one of your biggest enemies out there, and I shouldn't have said Navy SEALs, everybody knows it's Marine Recon, right? Right? One of your biggest problems out there is we're good. We don't need that. We're happy with, and by the way, I'm not even saying they're lying. I'm just saying that based on the information they have in front of them, they're good, right? So this is where you can skillfully be like, oh man, that is good to hear. Just out of curiosity, where are you guys at in terms of top line revenue for the business? Where do you want to be? Why are we saying that? Right? Because I might be able to help them get there with their current staff. Also, just because I'm good right now, Chris, does not mean that I'm prepared for the next chapter, the next iteration of the business. Now, I'm not going to preach to them and say, well, you might not be prepared. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll that back and go, yeah, it's interesting that you say that, because I would say probably, It's probably, the numbers are probably the same with PEO. 90%, 97, 95, 97% of the clients that come over to us, it's not that they're terrible, right? It's not that they're in a situation where they're in dire straits. It's that A, they want to make sure they can retain their top tier talent. B, they want to make sure that they can attract top tier talent. And C, they want to make sure that they can do both of those things without bleeding through every single dollar of resources to put together a benefits package that really, between me and you, okay, you don't have to, I'm not going to charge you for the free consulting here. Really, when you're doing those packages in-house, you're really spending, it's almost like a wedding. You're spending all of this money for one singular moment. And at the end of the day, right, the bride's happy, the groom's happy, hopefully everybody that attended had a great wedding, but people don't think about it that much, right? And you as the business owner, you're kind of the father of the bride that now has the bill for that. What I mean by that, and the reason why I'm telling you that, is typically when we try to put packages together that are competitive to retain employees and hire the best talent, you have to really go overboard to impress that person during the interview process. And most of the time, they don't even take advantage of the packages or are even grateful for them once they're hiring, right? I will be here, even if it's just you want a second opinion on something or you want a shoulder to cry on. Probably, I mean, we're literally helping hundreds of businesses that are in that. And by the way, it's a serious position, right? It's a serious situation. We can't lose our rock stars. We got to be able to hire the best. But at the same time, right, we can't be literally spending every R&D dollar, every dollar of profit, just for this one red carpet moment of benefits package, right? I'll be here when you need to balance all of that out and make sure that you are totally competitive. You're not in a position to lose employees, but at the same time, you have that revenue to grow the business. Just out of curiosity, where are you guys at right now in terms of top line revenue? Where do you want to be? Right now, I'm just skillfully right
using
there.
that, and it's the floodgates are open.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
Because you're not pitching. Yeah.
I had one yesterday where, hey, we're expecting to, in the next 3 years, to double, and my question is, where do you attribute that growth from? Like, where is that coming from, right? And it just kind of kept talking and talking and talking, and just out of curiosity, how prepared do you feel you are to reach that goal right now? Well, that was a whole nother.
Yeah, and what could we do in terms of, is there anything, what would need to happen in terms of your current workforce and your ability to bring people in to cut that number in half? What if you were able to double in a year and a half?
Yeah.
Right? And here's the thing, guys. We're talking sales here. We're talking about getting a deal done. But a certified master sales consultant, a CMSC from Easton University, they should honestly pay Chris for that conversation, whether they go with him or not, because companies don't go through this stuff internally. They just don't. And it's gotten worse. Here's why, and I'm not going to preach, but I gave my son this little talk last night. I'm trying to teach my 14-year-old to be better than I was. And I said to him, Anderson, I just want to make sure that you're aware of something, right? There is a big difference between responsibility and accountability, right? You and I, if we're working at a company together, you and I could both be responsible for an outcome, but only one of us is going to be accountable. Okay, Chris, I'm not telling you anything you don't know because you're a Marine, right? The Marines, this is basically a foundational component of not only the military, but we know the Marines are the best, right? Is that there is one person that is accountable. Everybody is responsible. There's one person that's accountable. The reason why I'm bringing this up is this type of talk track, this type of where are you at right now, where do you want to be, it all goes into the accountability side of the bucket. Right? Because now they're going to talk about what happens if they get there ahead of schedule. What happens if they don't? What are the things that are in the way? Because somebody is accountable for those numbers. And most of the time they never talk about that stuff. The reason why they don't talk about it is everybody's like responsible for getting the numbers, but like this is going to get us in that vein of like accountability. What happens if we get there faster? What happens if we don't get there faster? right? What's the value of this savings? And that's where with Chris, let's say Chris could save me 9 grand, let's keep it simple, 10 grand a month in my employee benefits. Right now he can do that over a year, that's 120,000. Over 3 years, that's 360,000. And he could say, what does it cost to hire an employee? What does it cost when somebody leaves? He can bring those out over a year, over 3 years. He can bring those to a month. So when I go, Chris, hey, we're gonna table this until next month. Got it, I just wanna be clear on something. Every month that goes by, that's 10,000 just in our fees alone. That's the potential for us to lose one of our chief people. You had told me that that's 175,000 to replace any associate. If it's one of our rock stars, let's times that by 3. So now where are we at? 375, right? I just want to make sure that I'm crystal clear. Every month that goes by is another month that there's at risk there, right? And as long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. By the way, now we're in the vein of where? Responsible or accountable? Accountable. Because Chris is going, as long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. And now a VP is going, well, I'm not okay with that, right? I don't want to be holding the bag if we lose people.
Well, and to your point, Matt, there's the upfront kind of reset of the monthly savings, right? But where the folks are like, oh, we're going to look at this next year, or we're probably a year and a half or 2 years away, which happens. Outside of that reset, the biggest differentiator also is the difference in the compounding of renewing in a master plan versus renewing on your own with your 40 people or whatever the case may be, right? Just at 2%, what that 360K looks like 3 years down the road versus, today's picture is different. And most of them don't know or have any idea of what their employees actually cost them, right?
Yep. And I want to give you two things right out of the eastonuniversity.com portal to use in those situations, because you just brought something really complex and important. But make sure when you're communicating that to a customer or a prospect, you're saying, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because now it allows you to pivot into a really skillful conversation. It's go, hey, there's a compounding, there's 2%. And the reason why I'm telling you this is most VPs, and it's no fault of their own, most people never do the math until it's too late, right? And then they're figuring out what they lost or what they cost, okay? I just want to make sure, and just ballpark, and again, I'm not a mathematician and I'm not a savant. I'm not using a calculator in my head here though. It's looking like there's, about 85K each and every quarter, right? And then, so that was the first one, the reason why I'm telling you this. And then that other one that goes from responsibility to accountability. As long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that, right? And if we miss out on this quarter, okay, rates change. That's a fantastic opportunity to jump on right now. If we miss out on these rates, I will work with you. We'll find the next best package whenever you guys are ready. Those words right there, next best, work almost every time because nobody wants next best. Hey, it's Matt Easton. If you like this video, you're gonna love this. I'm gonna teach you how to close right here, right now. I'm gonna cover all the costs for you. We're gonna get you the closing mini masterclass. I pick up all the costs. It's free to you. I'll cover the $299. Click the link in my bio. You're gonna get access to the class. It's gonna show you how to close anyone, anytime, without being pushy or manipulative. Your life is about to change. We're about to become best friends. Click the link in my bio. I'll cover the cost for you to learn how to close.